What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mac here again with another YouTube video. And yes, I know. Well, I would like to explain, but we got better things to move forward to. So we're gonna get rocking with this. We got a story time for y'all boys. Comment down below what other kind of story times y'all want, and y'all see the title. Y'all know what's up. We about to get in this. Now y'all see the title, Throwing Hands with My Pops. Now this happened around 2013, 2014, and I got a little background to lay down for y'all so y'all understand what's really going on. So my parents have been broken up from earlier, before my dad went to jail, which was probably before third grade for me. I don't really recall when. So as far back as I can really remember, my dad was in jail and my mom and dad weren't together. So this is like my seventh grade year. My dad gets out of jail. He comes back to the city where I'm from. And when he came back, he had a girlfriend. I don't know how he already had one or whatever the case was, but it wasn't really my business. All I knew is he had a girlfriend, she had an apartment, and she had a kid. The kid is very important in this story. Now, my mom, she is not the type of mother to take an opportunity to be with the parents. So she's not going to hold us against our dad from what he has done in the past or what he has done to her. So when my dad had a place that he can provide as a home and shelter where we can go, my mom made it an A-OK that we can go over. So, yes, the apartment wasn't the biggest because it wasn't designed for me and my brother to also be there at all times. But it was also big enough that me, my brother, and my stepsister were able to go over there whenever we would want or whenever our dad invited us over. But even then, I was a kid. I didn't even care about those things. All I cared about was if they had Wi-Fi and they had a close park, which they indeed did. So one day, it was early in the morning. We come downstairs for breakfast, and my dad is going on one of his rants about how he doesn't eat pork no more because of who he is. So before we can even get into the real mix of what happened at breakfast, I look over and I'm looking in the refrigerator for ketchup for my hash browns, and I couldn't find it, and let alone could I not find my dad's girlfriend's son. So I sit back down. I hear footsteps running behind me. Do 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 do. Bam! I get hit in the back of the head with a ketchup bottle by a little kid. Now, mind you, I was a little young at the time and immature, so I did kind of had a little rage out where my dad had to grab me. But at the same time, the kid hit me. I had every right to be mad, and I had every right to feel the way I did. So I wasn't going to be in a position where I can't do something I want to do, even if it's fight. So I take that as I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to be with my brother and sister and just enjoy the rest of my time with my dad's until I have to go home. We haven't been at my dad's too much before this. I'd say we've probably been there 3-5 times at the most. So my dad has never whooped me as far as I can remember. Maybe as a kid. Don't know. But as far as me being older, middle school, high school, all through that, my dad has never been able to whoop me. Now, I get to the park. I'm assuming that everything was just pre-casual because at the time, I honestly didn't want to be at the park. I'd rather be at home on my game. So I go back to my dad's. I go to my Xbox. I hook it up downstairs to the TV, and I just hop on the game. Before I could even realize, not even a full 30 minutes into the Minecraft world that I'm playing, or whatever game that I was playing at the time, I assume it was Minecraft. I know that my dad's girlfriend and his kid did leave after me and my siblings chose to go to the park. So when I heard my dad at the top of the stairs coming down, I was wondering why he was so quiet, especially since he knew that it was just me and him in the house, and usually he's more
vocal and he wants to speak about what's going on or anything. So I see in the reflection, my dad looks like he's holding something in his hand. I don't know what it was until I initially turned around. So I didn't pay too much time about what my dad had. I was really just concerned about the little life I had as the kid. Now, mind you, prior to this, my mom is kind of realizing what's my dad's whole objective with inviting us over so much, because he really has been trying to get a reach out. Now, yeah, it might seem like my mom was trying to hold us from my dad, but at the same time, she could tell that something was fishy in the sea. So when it came down to it, my dad only cared about his house being cleaned, and he wasn't going to look for the people in the house to clean. He was going to look for his kids to clean for him for some odd reason. I don't know why some people think like this, and you never can. But at the same time, it was something that I wasn't okay with, and it was something that my mom wasn't okay with. So she said if we ever felt we were over there just to clean, then we had every right to call her, let her know, and then she'd be on her way as soon as possible to get us. So my dad is behind me, and he still hasn't said a word. So at this point, I turn around to see what my dad needs or is looking for, and I notice that he is holding a belt. So with that crossing my mind, I don't think that he's trying to whoop me. I'm just concerned of why is he around me if he has the belt. So my dad must have took the incident of whatever happened at breakfast very serious, as far as me wanting to get physical and fighting with his stepson at the time. So he starts a little scream or whatever you want to call it about, well, you came in my house, I've treated you right, and now you disrespected me and my family, or whatever the case is. So he takes it upon, since you want to come in my house and start something that I didn't even start at the beginning, you will have to clean the whole house from top to bottom. So this apartment was an upstairs with 2 bedrooms side by side, the master's and the side. And then it had a downstairs living room with a bathroom connected to it, and then a kitchen that was a full kitchen basically. So honestly, it's not too much to clean, but at the same time, this is not my mess. This is his girlfriend's daughter mess. And when someone tells you to do something that you don't want to do, I feel like you always notice everything more. And at that split second, I just noticed a whole bunch of toys, kid stuff, some stuff that as a teenager or going into middle school, most people would not play with or even deal with. So I'm thinking upon myself, why would I have to clean the entire house when they're not here to clean up their mess? All of our stuff is still in bags, and if even we know the usual, me and my brother were, hey, if you wake up, you had to clean your room before you leave your room, because you can't come back to a dirty room. That's just the way that my mom rolled, and that's just the way that we continue to do. So I told my dad straight up, I am not going to clean this. Regardless of what you tell me, regardless of what you do, this is not my business. This is not my mess. I'm not going to clean it. And he was furious, because I've never seen my dad that angry. And when I seen the look in his eyes, I knew it. I knew it was coming. He wanted to whoop me. Now, if y'all know me today, y'all know I was not about to let that slide. So I'm staring at him, waiting for him to make his first move, and he's waiting for me to start cleaning the house. I'm not having it. So when he goes to hit me with the belt, I duck and weave, grab his hand. Now I'm looking at him eye to eye, close, on why are you trying to hit me over something so small? And he's not having it. He swings the belt about 2-3 more times, and I do get nicked in the leg like once. And once I get nicked in the leg, I go for his hand again. But this time, peace is not on my mind. I grab his leg while grabbing his hand, put him on my shoulder, use as much energy and power I had at the time to go straight up and back down to the ground. And Oh boy, did it feel amazing. Now, I'm standing there and he's on the ground and we're both looking at each other because I'm pretty sure he's more confused than I've ever been. And I just know I just slammed my dad on the ground. So I take it upon myself as maybe I should leave the scene. So I grab my phone, I walk out the house. I don't even go towards the park where my brother and sister are. I'm going straight to call my mom because now I want to leave. Now, about 5 minutes go by before I can get connection to my mom. And when I finally let her know what happened, I was expecting nothing but pure rage. And I'm surprised still because I definitely didn't get no rage or nothing. She was actually satisfied with the fact that I came out untouched. So I take it as I did the right thing. Even now, I don't regret what I did, but there are changes that I would take. Now, you guys can really take this however y'all please to take it, but the moral of the story is don't tell your kids to clean up after other people unless you want to get folded. Now that y'all have made it to the end of the video, I'm going to need y'all to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Message to everybody who's been waiting. I am so sorry about the upload time. I know, I'm terrible. I should have had it out earlier. Yada, yada, yada. If that's the case, do me a favor. Leave a comment. Let me know what this next story time should be. I have plenty of more stories that are way better. Way better. But we got to start somewhere. So if you guys did like the video, come back for the next one. Check out the last video I posted 4 weeks ago, but that's not the thing. So you guys, I'm working on an outro. I don't know, I'm kind of in scramble right now about just stretching the last minute that I can, but I feel like we'll figure that out together. Y'all stay safe now.